My name is Shelby Hurst, and this is my final video for my networked learning project for my graduate course CEP 810 through Michigan State University. My goal for my project was to bake a cheesecake from scratch using only online sources. This proved to be not a simple task and required lots of time and patience. Along the way, I came across a few challenges, and this was when my online sources came to my aid. I first researched and found the recipe I wanted to follow on YouTube, and it was by Tasty, a food network through BuzzFeed. I found this video to be easy to follow because it took you through each step of the process, explaining it along the way. I was able to pause the video and complete each step and hitting play when I was ready to move on. Another aspect that I liked about this video was that it gave alternatives to their ingredients. The first challenge I faced was that I did not have a pan big enough to fit my springform pan in so it would be in a water bath while baking. I found a solution through a help forum called Help No Water Bath. Many people commented on their favorite solutions, but I chose to use a separate pan to fill with water and place it on a rack beneath my baking cheesecake to create the steam I wanted. I found YouTube and help forums to be the most helpful on my cheesecake journey and did not find other sources such as Reddit and other social media to be as helpful. To bake the cheesecake I made, you need the following ingredients: cream cheese, sour cream, heavy whipping cream, flour, vanilla extract, eggs, salt, Oreo cookies, butter, and sugar. The equipment you need is mixing bowls, springform pan, blender, hand mixer, pan for a water bath, and oven, along with some other household items. Step 1. Set out your cold ingredients to allow them to come to room temperature before beginning to use them. Step 2. Spray your springform pan with cooking spray, then I line the tin with parchment paper, and then set this aside. Step 3. Separate a package of Oreo cookies. I used about 24 cookies total, setting the filling aside. Put all your cookies into a blender or food processor with 5 tablespoons of melted butter and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Then blend until crumbly and mixed. Step 4. Pour out the crust mixture into the springform pan and use a flat surface, plus utensil to spread the crust evenly across the pan. Step 5. Place the springform pan with the crust spread in the oven and let bake for 10 minutes at 350 degrees. When it's done, let it cool while preparing the filling. Step 6. While the crust is baking, begin the cheesecake filling. Grab a large mixing bowl and unwrap the 4 8-ounce packages of cream cheese to place in the bowl. Then, add 2 cups sugar and blend with hand mixer until it's mixed. Step 7. Next, add half a cup heavy cream and mix again. Step 8. Now add 2 cups sour cream, a pinch of salt, and 5 tablespoons of flour, then mix. Step 9. To flavor the cheesecake, I use 3 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Mix it again. Step 10. Eggs. I used 4 eggs, and the trick is to add 1 egg at a time and mix until blended after each egg. Do not overmix though. Step 11. Now pour the batter onto your crust and smooth out the top. Place in the oven and don't forget to place another baking pan filled with an inch or 2 of water on the rack underneath. Allow the cheesecake to bake at 350 degrees for 1 hour, and then turn off the oven and let it sit in the oven for another hour to finish baking. Step 12. After the 2 hours, take the cheesecake out and allow it to cool to room temperature before placing aluminum foil over the top and leaving it in the refrigerator overnight. Step 13. Next morning, remove the pan and enjoy! Through expanding my professional learning network, I was able to successfully bake a cheesecake that might not have looked exactly the way I wanted it to, but it tasted really good. I definitely improved my ability and confidence going forward and learned a lot about the nuances of baking. This network learning project has allowed me to reflect on this style of learning in the classroom, and I begin to think about what Thomas and Brown said: in a new culture of learning, cultivating the imagination for a world of constant change. Thomas and Brown explained that learning environments must embrace change. Students must learn to know where to find what they need to know how to make things that represent their learning across a range of contexts, and perhaps most importantly, know how to play. Networked learning allows students to learn across a range of circumstances and allows them playtime to make their own creative choices. Networked learning is 21st century learning.